Kevin Durant and the Nets host the Celtics in Game 3 tomorrow. KD coming off a performance where he went 0 for 10 in the second half from the field. That was in Brooklyn's Game 2 loss to Boston. Very curious and maybe even troubling. Shannon, what do you think KD's line is going to be tomorrow?
Well, I hope it's better. I mean, in honor of National Earth Day, Skip. The only thing.
Or is it what on Earth Day?
Yeah,
right?
Well, the only thing that we know to be flat is them stats they've been putting out there. Your team, your best player on the planet, the best dynamic duo. You be typing all that. Yeah, you typed that too, didn't you? You jinxed them, huh?
I did not jinx him.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I backed off. he just disqualified himself as the best player on the planet.
You hear that, KD? You hear how your man is as soon as you have a bad game. Yeah. That's what I've been telling you about it.
Well, somebody is objective about people he supports. Somebody just says what he sees, right? Somebody across from me is like the blindest witness there is out there.
Have you not seen what I've seen for the last 19 years?
19 years?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about? We ain't talking about him. I'm going to say he has 28, 7, and 9. But it's not going to be that a typical, efficient Kevin Durant that we used to see. He's going to probably get to the free throw line. The question is, Kevin, that was always my thing. Are they going to let him play? Are they going to keep letting him be in this physical? Because they're letting a lot of, I mean, if you watch the games, they've been letting these teams play a little bit.
Yep.
And I like it. I'm cool with that. So I still believe they're going to challenge him. They're going to get up into him. Two guys are going to always, if they're close by, try to contest him. When he turns his back, that second guy is coming to try to pick his pocket. But I still believe KD is going to win tonight. So I believe KD has tomorrow night. 28, 7, and 9.
28, 7, and 9.
Yep.
And you've got the Nets.
I got the Nets.
Got the
Nets.
Unfortunately, I have the Celtics winning the game. I thought the Nets could win this series, but it is over and it is done.
No, I know we already heard you say you like to reverse jinx on them, so we ain't buying it.
Kevin Durant has met his match, and that match does with Ime Udoka, who was on his bench last year and has seen him for years as the right-hand man of Greg Popovich, up close and personal. And he has the blueprint for how to stop Kevin. Maybe in the past he has not had the firepower on defense to do it, but he does have now, and it starts with Jason Tatum. I applaud him. I laud Jason Tatum for giving up the offensive end to focus on Kevin on the defensive end and mirror his every move.
Right.
He has clearly studied everything that Kevin does.
Right.
And when you're 7 feet tall and 7 foot 6 inch long, your dribble is going to be pretty high because it's way up there that you dribble up to your waist.
Right.
And they are getting hands on dribble and disrupting him. They are playing football, basketball. They're knocking him off his spots. They're knocking him so far toward his bench or the other bench that the lob passes that he gets from Kyrie are taking him all the way over to the sideline. Where he's so pressed up against the sideline, and then the double comes. It's probably Al Horford, and they are beating him up and beating the confidence out of him.
Right.
Where he has lost faith in everything that he does. Even as he goes up to shoot, he's not sure if they're going to tick the ball on the way up and knock it out of his hands. So he's been overwhelmed by the defense and overmatched by the defense. Right. And I have seen not a shred of evidence in games 1 or 2 that he can turn it around in game 3. I don't think it'll matter. It's not like they have the strongest home field advantage because they don't.
Right.
We've seen other teams go in there and take over that arena.
Right.
And I'm just afraid that he'll have another. My line's going to be just pretty close to what he had in game 2 because I believe he'll shoot 20 free throws again, and you know and I know he'll make at least 18. So I'll give him 18 or 20 free throws. But I think he'll try and miss even more shots than he missed in game 2. So I got him going 7 of 25 from the floor. I think he's going to struggle and try harder to save them because you would agree with me, this is pretty much do or die.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if he goes 7 of 25 and he gets the 18 free throws, what's my math then?
It all depends on how many of those 7 are threes.
I'll give him two threes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 2 times 3 is 6, and then
8,
5
14,
times 10
32,
and 18.
30.
So I've got him up to 28. I got him up to
34?
30. No, I got him up to 32.
Okay.
Okay, 32 points.
Right.
but it's going to be a hollow 32 because of the 7 for 25.
Okay.
And can Kyrie save them? Can he give them 18 in the fourth quarter? Well, if you're picking the Nets, you better hope he gives them 18 in the fourth quarter because the focus is all on Kevin.
Yeah.
They'll let Kyrie have his. He just didn't seem very interested in game 2, and I don't know why, but he comes and he goes.
Right.
His moods change.
Well, Skip, he was never in the rhythm in game 2 that he had in game 1.
Yeah.
And then, you know, once these guys are so good now, you let them get in the rhythm, you got your work cut out for them. I don't care who the guy is.
Yeah.
Whether it's Kyrie Irving or KD or Jalen Brunson or Jordan Poole, these guys are so skilled now, you let them see a few shots go in that basket and you see what happened to you for the rest of the ball game. You got your work cut out for you. But, Skip, it's the fact that they challenge everything. And when Kevin Durant goes up, Al Horford hands goes up, and we there. And they stay there. Tice hands goes up. Jaylen Brown hands goes up. Jason Tatum goes up. They're challenging everything. There's no easy looks. There are no easy shots for Kevin Durant, and they're not letting him play in that phone booth by himself.
Yep. And they're fouling him. It's like the old cliche about you might as well go ahead and goaltend early just to send the message. Right. We're going to goaltend, like just to plant the seed of doubt in the back of your mind. And these guys plant seeds of doubt in his mind all game long because they just attack him and they foul him, but they foul him up. Right. Because he's out of rhythm because of the physicality. I don't think he's ever felt the physicality like these guys are bringing.
Nah, because Skip, nobody's had this many guys with this kind of length. No. You have one or two guys, but they got, I mean, you look at Al Horford that's starting. You look at Tice that comes in and replaces him, and you got 6'8", 6'7", Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Skip, that's a big, and then you got 6'4", 6'5", Marcus Smart, who's not as tall, but his body, the strength in which he plays with, that he's able to knock you off your spot. Yep. So they have got, and Grant Williams coming all of a sudden, Grant Williams.
Ooh. You're going to talk about a big body.
Yes.
Who can also stroke threes. He made 3 big threes that kept them barely afloat. Yep. Yeah, that got me. That shot me in the heart.
And then you got little Pritchard coming up, Peyton Pritchard coming up the bench.
Tough. He's tough. He's tough-minded, and he's fearless. And do not sleep on Robert Williams. They said he's traveling with the team. Right. Any of those scopes for cartilage tears, if it's not a big flap of cartilage that got torn, you can come back in a couple of weeks just fine. I've done it before. Or I don't think you need a brace. Seriously, if they just snip the flap off and there's still a bunch of cushion left on your cartilage, you can bounce right back. And they said they think he's on pace to be right back in. He might play some tonight. It would not shock me.
If he does, man, that defense just got even better.
Good night, Nets.
All right, gentlemen, we've got to leave that one there for this morning. Great stuff, though. We need to get to a very spicy topic. Is Minnesota going to get some revenge against Memphis this weekend? It might be due, according to some fans. That's next.